strangers influence your decisions in your life, okay? Nobody needs, it needs to be nobody's business, but even if you decide to share it, then, don't let them like talk you down that you should have less in your life. You should always strive for more. All right, and I like to put that in too, because I know a lot of people that are of, like you say, middle class. I know all types of like class levels, all right? But I know a lot of people in middle class that get pressured to having any success in their life. So they work so hard to get the success and they feel bad about it, all right? And there was a point in my life that I felt the same way, and I started downsizing everything that anybody could possibly see, like my car and everything, which is the wrong way to act and think. So never limit yourself for somebody else. All right. Or a group of people, all right? Get new friends. Get new friends, get new influences. Get a coach. That is the story of how I manifested my house. But it started with the vision. So it started with the vision and not talking any negativity in my life or doubts or saying that, oh, I don't have that kind of money, or there's no way I could do that, or it's not possible. I never had that. Like I said, never had that. And it was just like, it would be really nice. I'd be very grateful. Like, so it would be really nice. I'd be very grateful. I can just imagine. And I would always say that, like, I could just imagine living there. And my youngest daughter remembers me. She was just bringing up this conversation. We were coming home the other day. She was like, do you remember all the times we used to drive by the house and you would talk about it? Like, every time we drive by the house, you would talk about it. You were like, man, can you imagine, guys? And I would say it out loud, and I would tell my kids every single time. I'd be like, can you imagine, guys, if we had all that yard? Can you imagine if we had some horses? Can you imagine if we were right here in town instead of driving another 20 minutes up the road? Can you imagine what the sunlight looks like when you're sitting on the porch? Can you imagine when the sunset goes over on that beautiful field? Can you imagine being so close to the trails that we can walk out our door and have access to them? Can you imagine the things that we can do with your bikes as we go riding on the trails? Can you imagine what type of vehicles we can fit into that garage? Like, see what I'm saying? I talked it into existence, all right? And then that's where it started. So from there, like I said, the keys to manifesting is not essentially starting with the vision. You need the vision. You need visuals, okay? So you don't need a set vision, okay? Like I was telling you before, I said it would be nice to have this one. It could have been any house that was essentially what I was looking for, but this one fit the best aspect of all of that. So that's why it manifested this exact house. But if you leave it broad, then you are more open to possibilities and opportunities to come your way that's going to fit a similar mold on what you're asking for. And this could be even a relationship. This could be even a job opportunity. This could be a new vacation, a new trip, whatever it is, okay? And I'll give you some more examples too, because I'm thinking of some as I'm telling you this. But you have to start with something to get something, right? You have to start with something to get something. Okay, so for me, it was the idea of having a home that was much larger than my last home, that was having space, that had woods, that had access to things that I didn't essentially have access to. So it started with that type of vision. It wasn't like a clear-cut vision, like it has to have this, it has to have that, it has to have this, it has to be like this, it has to... I had an idea of what I really wanted, okay? And I have some visual representation of what that is, right? And then every time I was confronted with the vision, I would imagine what it would be like, and I would voice that. What it would be like if? What it would be like if? What would birthdays look like? What would holidays look like? And every time, I would talk about it openly or just internally, then it would become a little bit more real. So you have to surround yourself with environments or images of things that you want, and then talk them into existence by putting yourself in situations that you are exposed into that environment. And this could be driving by a property. This could be imagining a relationship like the ones that you see on Instagram or TikTok. This could be going to mastermind events and getting access to private locations that are like essentially like private networking groups, things like yachts, things like helicopters, things like private jets. This could be the right type of friendships that you want in your life. If you go to, different conferences as well as charity events. So again, your decisions today matter, and everything that you do starting today is going to get you a step closer, even if it doesn't seem like it. Okay. And I would like to put it that way. Because again, like Steve Jobs says, nothing makes sense when you're going forward. It's only when you look backward does it all like align, right? So true. so true. So whatever you're doing today is a direct reflection of everything that you did yesterday. And I don't think that's a quote. I think I just made that up. But either way, that is definitely, how it is. Like everything that you have today, everything you are today, everything that you imagine you are, everything that you believe you are, everything you eat, everything you accept as your reality, every habits is all reflected back to a situation or a circumstance or an influence in your earlier time, like from 2 seconds ago to 20 years ago. Yeah. So it's all seeds that was put into you, information that was put into you that is who you are, right? And you can change those. And that's what's really cool about being a human, right? You can actually change that trajectory and change your environment, change your influences, change the way you make money, change how much money you make, change the pets you have, change the relationships you're in. I mean, literally, you could change everything, and it's not going to happen at once. This is why it's so important to make quick decisions so you can get there faster, as well as you can get over those hurdles of mistakes and challenges. So you have to put enough information out there to start getting feedback, okay? And this is why I really love startups. I don't know if you guys know, but I've done startups for many, many years. And what a startup? Startups essentially a bootstrapping a business to grow it and then eventually sell it or keep it or, whatever, or partner it off or whatever. And this is why I like that type of business model, because it's the ascension of the same ideology of, actually expanding on something and make it something by just sheer effort alone. Okay. My cat is literally pawing the water over there. So you have to, like I said, put enough seeds in the world, or enough information in the world to get what you want, all right? And that is very, very important, because the more you do, the more feedback you get, the faster you can utilize the information to make the right decision the next time, or make that change or duplicate it. So you need the information. The information is the most important. So when you are trying to get somewhere faster, do more of it. Seriously, do more of it. And let me give you an example of this. So I started as an Amazon influencer for the platform Amazon. I can do lives, I can do live streams, I can do product recommendations on Amazon and get paid by Amazon a commission by just referring products and brands. All right, so to start that process, I did over 100 videos in 2 months. Actually, I think it was less than 2 months. So, what did I say, 2 months for video reference? So in 2 months in December, actually no, it was less than 2 months, because I started in 2 days before Thanksgiving, and it was all December, and I finally hit 100 before, it was the 3rd of January, because I just missed the 100 on the 1st, which I was trying to strive for, but I was 6 videos short, and there was not enough time to squeeze them all in. But it was soon after the 1st. It was the 3rd or the 4th that I hit over 100 live videos. That's over 2 hours each, 100, so that's over 200 hours of just videos. That's not putting together the content. That's not talking to brands. That's not doing research. That's not figuring out what the heck I'm going to talk about for 100 videos. That's not even looking at how many videos I was really putting out. It was just, I don't have enough information to go off of. That was my whole thing. I don't have enough information to go off of, so I need to make more videos. I don't have enough information to go off of, so I need more videos. Because at the end of each day, I get a report, but at the end of the month, I also get a report. And of course, I was trying to hit a imaginary goal. That's how life is. You hit imaginary goals in life. That's, you make the imaginary goal up. Or other people do for you. It's an imaginary goal. What's your goal? You can set it for yourself, or somebody else can set it for you. Your work sets imaginary goals for you all the time. If you work for somebody, if you work for clients, they set imaginary goals for you. There's always somebody who's setting a goal for somebody, and